What's going on, people? Welcome to another In Motion Football live stream. My name is Alam, and today we got a watch along for Ravens, Steelers, as well as Clemson and Texas. So we got a couple games of football going on right now. Clemson and Texas started a little bit earlier. We're about 10 minutes into the first quarter. I'm about to get these scoreboards up. But yeah, people, lots of football to watch today. Two separate games. These double header, dual watch alongs, however you want to articulate it. They're a lot of fun. A lot of game to watch. Not a lot of commercials to watch, hopefully. So we should have a great time. Shout out to King. I see my guy King is in the chat. Hey, just hold on. Before I say anything, King says, "Here we go." I don't know if you recognize King, but whenever I do a Ravens watch along, I tend to wear my Lamar jersey. I'm a huge Lamar fan. However, today I couldn't do it. I held the Lamar jersey in front of me, and I was like, man, I can't do my guy like this. I cannot do my guy like this. So I'm here in a regular ass shirt. No Ravens gear in sight. I'm gonna try to stay neutral. Also, damn, Penn State gave SMU belt to ass. Yo, these college playoff games have not been it. Have not been it. Indiana didn't show up. SMU didn't show up. And then right now, I mean, it looks like Clemson, Texas will at least be a game. These game schedules got me in a chokehold. Yo, actually, like, I was looking at these games or just the schedule. I'm like, yo, they're gonna have a chokehold on my life. For the college football quarters, so the next round, we'll be doing New Year's Day streams. So New Year's Eve, when Boise State plays, I'll be watching that game with the homies. New Year's Day, this channel will be active. Everybody has the day off. I'm alive. I might fucking do every game like a maniac. I might not, but I might. So we'll see. Definitely doing Georgia ND or Notre Dame. What a match. What a matchup. But yeah, so let's get zoomed in here. The hell? Why is this so hard to zoom in? Anyways, that's good enough. But yeah, man, the game should be good. We got Texas in the red zone. Back goes down at the 2. First and goal. Whenever Texas plays, it's always like a thing of like any given play, you could see Arch Manning. And at least there's some value there. But then the other side of it is that you get to watch Quinn Ewers, who's probably going to get drafted by a team that's looking for a franchise quarterback. Like, I personally don't know if he's going to go high in the draft, but he's definitely not going to go low enough to where a team looks at him like a backup. So Wisner gets in the end zone. About to be a 7-7 game. The Longhorn band is going crazy in the crowd. But yeah, are there any other, King, maybe you know this, I'm about to look it up. Are there any other Texas players on offense that are meant to be in the draft this year? Hold on, let's go 2025 draft prospect rankings. Let's take a look at this real quick. So there's an offensive tackle, Banks, receiver Isaiah Bond, quarterback Ewers, obviously, both offensive tackles, and then the receiver, was that the name? Yeah, the receiver Banks. No, sorry, Bond, Isaiah Bond. Okay, so we know what we're keeping an eye on. Clemson. Actually, let me do the same for Clemson. I got to keep this page open. Why did I close this? Got to keep in mind who we're watching for the draft. But yeah, this, because we got two things going on at once here. Yo, I completely neglected the football game, the NFL game. What the fuck? I guess we had to watch that drive, or at least watch that drive end. But yeah, Baltimore's on the field. They're past midfield already. What happened? What did I miss? Okay, first down, 6 yards for Henry. Second down, 14 yards for Henry. Oh, shit. Well, Baltimore's across midfield. And we're good to go. Lamar drops back. finds Zay Flowers. Joey Porter Jr. is right there to wrap him up. And the Ravens, traditionally you would say, oh, they've entered field goal range. But, bro, ain't no such thing as field goal range with Justin Tucker. So we'll see if they take an aggressive approach. I don't think that they even had to make these kind of decisions against the Giants, because against the Giants, everything works. But yeah, since the Eagles game, this is the first serious game where they have to actually be very careful about when they kick field goals. Hand off to the left, Henry stuffed behind the backfield. Amazing to see TJ Watt out there. Definitely did not want to see him miss time. Absolute game breaker for the Steelers. Harbaugh is 15-21 against the Steelers. Hold on. Harbaugh has only ever matched up against Tomlin, right? Harbaugh wasn't there when Cowher was a coach. Oh, Tomlin is 22-16. Damn, those records are almost identical. I guess Tomlin got the job 1 year earlier than Harbaugh. What a rivalry. Lamar drops back. Oh, it's a strip sack. Highsmith with a strip sack on Lamar. It looks like the offensive tackle that he beat got the ball. Rosengarten and Ronnie Stanley. Bro, the two offensive tackles converged on the ball together. Hey, big play. And it wasn't even TJ Watt. Highsmith coming around the edge, flying past Stanley, getting the quarterback's blind side. It's funny. Hold on. I think Stanley may have caught this fumble in midair. I remember hearing somebody talk about that, though. Some offensive lineman was talking about, if you look at QB strip sacks, the offensive lineman that gets beat by the pass rusher that forces the fumble picks up the ball at least a third of the time. Incompletion to Justice Hill on 3rd and 19. And the Ravens get pushed far the fuck out of field goal range. That play by Highsmith basically prevents Baltimore from attempting a field goal, guarantees 0 points on the board, even though there's a decent chance Mr. Tucker may have missed the kick anyways. But no points for Baltimore on the first drive. Pittsburgh's defense stands tall. Look, Ravens, obviously known to be in the trenches, but these offensive tackles are not Mailata and Lane Johnson. These pass rushers are after that game against Philadelphia, they're here to feast. Baltimore, I want to see if Tylan Wallace escaped the end zone. I want to see if he escaped the end zone. I think he did, but it was close. Oh, fuck. What a play by Tylan Wallace. Downing the ball inside. Oh, there's commercials in the college game too. Damn, we finally hit that time. But I guess we can do can we do a recap for the last game? Maybe. You know what though? I kind of barely watched that game. I don't know. What I will say though, I feel horrible for Tank Dell, man. I actually think, I don't know if people aren't talking about how messed up of a year he's had. Brother, Tank Dell tore his Achilles this time last year, got shot in the offseason, and now completely blew his knee up. Tank Dell, I feel so much for him because I actually love his game, man. I think he's a fun receiver to watch, unique skill set. He's one of those ultra skinny receivers that really could not be playing football 20 years ago. But in the modern era of space and the lack of violence, absolutely Tank Dell can play. Yeah, man. So it's a shame to see that happen to an athlete who seems like a cool dude. But yeah, all things considered, I didn't expect Houston to really make much of a game of this in terms of actually looking like a threat. But based on the way both these teams played, you knew it would be a close game. Kansas City doesn't really blow teams out. They win one-score games. Houston doesn't really ever look that impressive. So if you had to get me to guess this game, I took the Chiefs by 3.5. I think I may have said Chiefs by 6. I think 6 was my prediction in a ho-hum game where neither team looks all that great. And that's more or less what happened. They just so happened to win by 8. It's good to see Hollywood Brown back. Hollywood Brown, I think he caught a couple passes. I saw him catch, I think it was like a corner route on a third down at some point. But yeah, I mean, they're healthier than they've ever been, Kansas City. They're still winning. They've now put themselves in a situation where they only have to win one more game. They only have to win one more game in order to clinch the 1 seed. I still have them losing against Pittsburgh next week, but I think they'll get that one win against Denver. But maybe not. There's a chance they don't. Houston already has the division locked up, and they're not going to catch any of the other division winners. So Houston, I mean, they can damn near take 2 bye weeks before the wild card game and just pray that they have things figured out by then. But Tank Dell is out, Stephon Diggs is out. They're Nico Collins and Inshallah. But yeah, you got Nico, Dalton, Schultz, and Joe Mixon. They got to pray that does something for them. But I don't think they will. I think they lose to Pittsburgh or Baltimore on wild card weekend, absolutely guaranteed. But that's what we got. Pittsburgh's first drive starting at the 3. You got Najee in the backfield, a couple of tight ends on the field, it looks like. Wilson under center. Hand off to Najee. Najee, some tough running to get about 4 yards, get some space between them and the goal line. I think this game is going to end quickly. I don't think this is going to be a full 3-hour game. This game has 2 hours and 45 minutes written all over it. Bro, we're going to see a lot of runs. Probably a lot of safe passes, not that many incompletions. Wilson, another handoff to Najee, some more tough running, picks up another 3 yards. So people often talk about scripted plays for the offense, and the offense more or less knowing what they're going to do first 15 plays or so, and those 15 plays being a real indication of what they plan to do for the rest of the game. So if that's any indication, you're seeing what the goal is here. The goal is to run the ball up the middle. Baltimore's rush defense statistically is one of the best. I think a part of the reason it's so good on paper is because you can successfully throw against them. But yeah, Pittsburgh, no fear for running right into the middle of the defense. That being said, they have to get this ball off. This is about to be a delay of game. Nope, they get it off at the last second. Uncoordinated. Wilson doesn't clearly have any options. It doesn't look like the play was properly executed, and he just has to throw it away here. So bad organization there in a huge moment. Pittsburgh will be punting from their own end zone now, and there's an illegal shift. So the thing about that illegal shift is that that's basically a product of the fact that whoever was going in motion didn't go in motion in time. So they weren't they weren't where they were supposed to be when the ball got snapped. So the illegal motion was a product of the disorganization. So disappointing third down there, because I mean, first 2 plays of the game, you go Najee up the middle for 4 yards to set up 3rd and 2. That sounds like everything is going it's going as per planned, or as the plan. What am I trying to say? It's going according to plan. There we go. And all of a sudden, 3rd and 2. Oh, a fumble by Baltimore, but it looks like they fell on it. Damn, Baltimore, 2 fumbles, 2 recoveries. They have a whole hell of a lot of luck going on right now, because that fumble also went like 10 yards forward, it feels like. Maybe it was only like 5 or 6, but bro, lucky stuff for Baltimore so far. Also, why is he returning punts? I thought Tylan Wallace was the punt returner. God damn it, bro. There's commercials on the college game again. But let's check in on the college game. What are they saying? Clemson has the ball back. Where are they? It's going to be 4th and 1 on their own side of the field. They're probably punting. But yeah, King, you guys are a couple lucky bounces away from being in a much better spot in this game. It's just like so far, the football gods have blessed Baltimore with some good luck. It's also just the fact that That fumble Highsmith got on Lamar, the ball didn't even touch the ground. It landed right in Stanley's hands. That's crazy. And then the fumble there, it bounces right past whoever that Steeler was, right into the Ravens player's hands. What's the timeline saying? Bruh, don't kill me, man. The first two times that there was a commercial break in the Steelers game happened to be a commercial break at the same time in the college game. That shit is whack. Damn. They might just coax some playoff predicting out of me. Cause dog, I do this double header shit for the purpose of not having to watch commercials. I'm not a commercial watcher, but yo, King, if you're still watching this, if I'm ever on the college game and the Ravens Steelers game is back, just let me know. But I'm tapped back into Clemson. Oh, I'm tapping back in for Clemson to punt. Come on. Yeah. Oh, okay. Say less, bro. Enjoy the Christmas party. Best of luck with the game today. So that just adds more BS to me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Yeah, because you're gonna be a busy man on Christmas Day too. You're gonna be a busy man on Christmas Day, meaning you gotta do a lot of Christmas stuff beforehand. But yeah, man, enjoy your time. First and 10 for the Ravens after I actually missed first down, but they put the camera on Derrick Henry, so I'm assuming he ran for the first down here. Looks like he ran for about God damn, man. It looks like he ran for about like 12 yards and then he runs for about another 15 here. Derrick Henry imposing himself on this game. I think he's up to like 7 carries for probably approaching 50 yards. Oh, 5 carries for 44. Damn. I'm very very much getting used to the fact that he doesn't have long hair. Oh wow. Henry just refusing to go down. Making it necessary for there to be a third tackler to bring him down. Yeah, Joey Porter Jr. is down. So we're going to pivot to the Texas game. It looks like Texas is moving the ball. Yeah, Texas at the 38, first and 10. Oh, who's this running back? House call. Who is this? Better show his name. I moved Jaden Blue. Found the edge, hit the gas, and took that to the house. What a play. We're to play back to this game. It looks like JPJ just got off the field, so the game's about to resume. Walking off on his under his own power, so that's good to see. Always want to see JPJ on the field. I don't know who his backup is. Second and 1, Ravens. Quick from the huddle to the line of scrimmage. Zay Flowers in motion. Handoff to Henry. And damn, it's like both teams' game plans are just running it up the middle. Yeah, this game is going to go by quickly. Probably going to be a low-scoring game. Lots of running yards, not as many passing yards. Cam Hayward talking shit. Classic AFC North football. Patrick Queen's first time in Baltimore as a Steeler. I don't know if Deontay Johnson was supposed to be revenge for Patrick Queen, but obviously it's not an even split. Henry stuffed in the backfield for a loss. Haywood Highsmith. That's a Miami Heat player. Alex Highsmith. Absolutely balling today. Already has a strip sack and now a TFL on Derrick Henry. Him and Cam Hayward combining for that. Highsmith just blowing up that blocker who pulled. I think it was the right guard. Fake toss. Henry finds a wide open Isaiah Likely. And Likely gets the Ravens on the board for early lead, 6-0. Damn. Other game on a commercial again. But yeah, first score of the game in this game. Third drive of the game. Both teams trade punts on the first drives. And Baltimore really gets it going on this one. Lots of running it up the middle. Play action. Well, not quite a play action, but a fake toss to set that touchdown up. Big up, Jen Will. Good to see you, bro. Hey, Jen Will, we watched the Chargers game. I'm not going to lie. Broncos had you guys in the first half, and then they just started doing dumb shit, and then you guys pulled that game back. So, oddly enough, I think Denver needed that game more than you guys because they play teams that could beat them. You guys are going to win the last two games anyways. But shit, basically, I think that more or less clinches the 6th seed for you because I do think Denver is not going to win out. Yeah, because I know it's work times for you out there in Australia, so that's always tough. But now it was a good game, man. It was a good game. I also didn't know that free kicks were a thing in this football. But yeah, King, man. Rough drive for the Steelers defense because Baltimore was super predictable and it was still working. But yeah, let's see if the college game is actually displaying football. Okay, so Clemson catches the kickoff to start their first drive after the touchdown. But yeah, Jaden Blue, I moved. I did because it happened to me once in Madden. I was trying to find what? It's in Madden? No way. I was thinking that it was probably not in Madden, right? So they probably have to add it now. I didn't know you could fair catch in Madden and then just immediately do a free kick from there. That's crazy. I wonder what other rules in the NFL exist that people don't really know about. Oh shit. Clemson running back up the middle. He's gonna gonna ramble for about 30 yards. Ran through an arm tackle by a linebacker around, or looked like a safety arm tackle around 8 yards from the line of scrimmage and then just kept going for like 20 yards. Running backs definitely doing numbers in this game. I haven't even watched that much of it, but I've seen a few big plays. But with that being said, Baltimore-Pittsburgh is back, so we're going all the way back to that game. Yeah, Isaiah Likely wide open. Like they were running straight. Derrick Henry up the middle, all drive, fake the toss. Bunch of Steelers are looking at Derrick Henry. Isaiah Likely is wide open. Cordero Patterson. I mean, hard to tackle, sure, but when being hard to tackle means you get gang tackled, I think you should just go down. Oh shit, they got little candy cane logos on these jerseys. That's hilarious. That's so like extra and unneeded. But that's what the NFL is sometimes. Very extra and very not needed. First and 10 for Pittsburgh. Pretty big drive coming up. Ben Skoranek in motion. Heavy blocking to the left of this formation, but the running backs on the left as well. Fake the toss to the left, throw to Skoranek. You know what's funny there? Pittsburgh basically just ran the exact same play that Baltimore did for the touchdown. Because Skoranek, you could think about him like a tight end because he's a blocking receiver, really. They faked the toss to the running back, and then threw to one of the two tight ends on that side of the field. It's a copycat league. Russell Wilson drops back, play action, looks back to the left. Ooh, looks like his main target wasn't there. A big sack by Michael Pierce, a big boy sack right there. That's a big-ass nose tackle. They typically don't get sacks, but what a play. We need help for Hero right now, and I can't believe I'm saying this. Jimmy's not contributing. Bam isn't really that. Rozier's a bum. Duncan can get you 10 points a game, but we need another high tens scorer. What do you propose, though? Because, like, it's tough. I think you guys are in a spot where because things aren't working together, and people's values aren't really where they could be. Like, what are you really going to get for Hero at this point? Butler obviously is Jimmy. Like, we know his reputation, but at his age, what are you getting? Bam is a great role player. If you understand what his role is, he can do his role, and it can be a very unique role to a very high level. But if you want to ask him to do anything beyond his role, pretty big limitations there. So, I mean, I think if the right trade market conditions happen, oh my God, Russell Wilson, the Houdini act to get away from two pass rushers and then puts it right on, who is that? Skoranek's chest. And we have a huge third down conversion from Pittsburgh. What a play. But yeah, I don't know, bro. I actually don't know what Miami does from this point onwards. I feel like they have to get lucky with the trade market dynamics working out exactly how they need. Otherwise, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it pans out for them. We have to make a trade. Okay, well, if the future looks good, then you must like some of your young players. I guess you could part with young players for pieces, but we'll see. Jaylen Warren runs 9 yards, and looks like the Steelers have the same game plan as Baltimore does. Both teams are just trying to run this ball up the middle today. Pretty interesting to see two teams show up to the game with the same idea. But like I said, this game is not going to take very long. Russell Wilson rolls right, passes to, I don't even know who that is. Who's 83? Looks like a tight end. I'm going to refresh this to make them tell me who that is. Oh, that's the other Hayward, the other Cam Hayward. Fair enough. Yeah, that's the guy that Jalen Carter smacked in the head. Okay, so Pittsburgh is in field goal range because Boswell doesn't miss kicks. They're definitely in a comfortable range for that. Toss to Jalen Warren up the middle, running hard, 9 yards. Like I said, people, heavy run emphasis for both these teams. Baltimore, obviously, mainly doing it with one back. Pittsburgh throwing two different backs at this defense. Jovic is unknown. More minutes of decent return from Larson. I like. Oh yeah, you talked about Larson. Ware is still developing. Okay, I hear it. Russ, hand off to Jalen Warren. Guys, we're about to be done. We're probably on the next snap. I'm probably going to run the ball. I'm probably going to end the first quarter. We're looking at roughly a 32-minute first quarter. And if the rest of the game tracks like this, we're talking about a game that's going to be done in 2.5 hours. I love it. They said, look, we're showing up today and just running the ball in the middle of your defense. Both teams said the same thing. Russ, play action, takes a shot to, I don't know who that is. Oh, Van Jefferson, who gets tackled at the 1 yard line. After all the runs, the play action sets up a great look at the goal line, and they will definitely let this clock run out. They will definitely let this clock run out and run the next play at the goal line at the beginning of the second quarter, meaning we're going to pivot to Texas and Clemson. Texas has the ball up 14-7. And there's about 10 minutes to go in the second. I feel like Clemson had the ball. I feel like they drove because that one running back got like a 30-yard run. I guess they messed it up, turned it over, maybe missed a field goal. The closest one rumor we have right now is Vucevic. I'll welcome that ad if it happens. He's a center, so we'll move Bam to the 4. Bam to the 4, you know. But I mean, to be honest, Vucevic shoots threes, so that kind of alleviates that. You know, that would be interesting. Bam and Vucevic, that's a very interesting front court. Yeah, that's very interesting. Let me catch the name of that Texas receiver because I keep forgetting it. But there is a Texas receiver that we have to be watching in this game, apparently. The hell is he? Oh, is that him? What a catch. No, that's not him. That's Golden. Isaiah Bond is the player we're supposed to be watching. Number 2 on Texas just made a hell of a play. Definitely got hit early here on a deep ball, deep post. Absolutely smokes the guy who's actually defending him. Safety comes in. That's actually a perfect hit by the safety. Catches the ball, gets hit. As he catches, the ball hits his hands. The defender's already trying to knock it out. Good hands to hold on to it. Matthew Golding, what a play. Run up the middle for Texas again. Talk is apparently Duncan Rozier in a couple of seconds. Does that make sense though for the other team? Let me see. I mean, I guess with the Bulls, they'll take anything they can get. Second rounders probably gets it done. Is Isaiah Bond playing or am I tripping? Let me see. Isaiah Bond. Oh, he's not playing. Okay, cool. So with Texas, it's just the offensive tackles and Ewers to watch for the draft. They'd want to try where... What's going on, Gail? Good to see you. So here's the thing. I don't follow college ball that close. I'm a bit of a casual. Basically, I follow college ball closely when something happens that like really captures my attention. So like when LSU had Burrow, Chase, and Justin Jefferson, I was actually a huge fan because it was just so sensational to watch. And then last year, when they had Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniel, and there were a lot of high profile quarterbacks, I was a fan. This year, I'm not quite as captured. Well, the whole Travis Hunter, Ashton Genty thing, that was pretty interesting, and I watched a few games. But yeah, I'm as big of a college football fan as college football allows me to be. But now with the new playoff format, there's more high stakes football games. So I'm definitely going to be, from this point onwards, I'm going to be a fan of at least the playoff. And maybe it'll happen more and more where I watch the games that aren't so high stakes, but I think being a Saturday football fan and a Sunday football fan. Oh, I missed the touchdown. No. I mean, it must have just been what? Wait, I saw who scored that touchdown? Why did I see 81? Oh, Pruitt. Both Steelers and Texas scored. They scored at the same time, guys. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overstimulated. Too much is going on at the same time. But now they both have commercials. Come on. At least let the action be staggered. They're doing a lot here. But yeah, King, do you have like any particular rooting interests? Because I know you're an Ole Miss fan, but like, are there any teams left in the playoff that you particularly care or life, or like care about or hate in life? Genty was cooking on the ground this year, but I'm guessing he got good receiving yards as well. Genty just did everything, man. Genty is a superstar. You know what's funny though, right? Because football is just such an interesting thing in terms of the characters you meet. Genty is so good and is so much better than Boise State, right? But like, as you see sometimes with football players, he's a super religious guy. And like, apparently, like his reason for not transferring and not leaving Boise State is that, like, again, just what he feels like Boise State did for him and what his principles are, for him means I have to stick it out with these guys. But he's special, man. And we saw how Bijan's draft stock kind of was unpredictable at the time, but then we saw him go 11th overall. So I think Genty probably goes 15 to 20. But also to kind of get at what Gail was asking before, I really honestly lock into college football retroactively in draft season. Like for me personally, I love going back and watching receivers snaps. Like I don't know what it is. I don't like any other position like that. But like I will, if there's 5 receivers that are expected to go in the first round, I will happily watch all their snaps against the big teams. So like I used to just personally, and this is why like part of the reason I wanted to one day do content is like me and my friends used to personally just drop wide receiver rankings for the draft in a group chat. And it's something I have a lot of fun doing. I actually don't care about like running backs. I don't know. I feel like I don't understand the running back position as well as I understand the receiver position. And quarterback play, same thing goes for quarterback play. Something about the receiver position, though, I feel like I kind of understand it. So we'll definitely be tapping in with receivers. I guess Penn State. Oh, hold on. Okay, makes sense. Because they look good today. Who do they play in the on New Year's Day? Bro, I'm struggling with these 2 games and being at this party. What kind of party is it though? Is it like a family party? Is it like a friend's party? What is the context here? Wasn't Worthy like 60 before the combine? Worthy was looking like second round. He was looking like a second round player. And truthfully, I think that if for some reason Kansas City specifically didn't have a first round pick, he was going in the second round. But Kansas City, like, I don't know if you guys remember, Kansas City wanted to trade up for Henry Ruggs. Like, Obviously, Andy Reid has had Tyreek Hill and Deshaun Jackson. Andy Reid has a thing for speed burners, right? So he probably still ended up being a second-round prospect for most evaluations, but Andy Reid has a slant towards the skill set. So for him, he's like, I'll take this guy. Back to the Ravens game, though. Derrick Henry up the middle. Ravens approaching midfield. But yeah, so the draft class, the receiver draft class that I was most proud of was the draft class where N'Keal Harry. Everybody said N'Keal Harry is the number one receiver, and N'Keal Harry, I think he got picked before everybody else, right? No, he didn't actually. Well, actually, I'm not sure if he was or he wasn't. But I remember in that draft class, I was saying, guys, AJ Brown and Hollywood Brown are the guys in this draft class. And then I think I had DK number 4. I still had to put Harry number 3, but like I don't think I saw anybody else put N'Keal Harry at number 3 in that receiving class. He was either 1 or 2, and then Hollywood Brown was also either 1 or 2, but nobody had AJ Brown. I think in the top 3, but I was like, man, AJ Brown, that's the wide receiver 1. And I drafted him every year in fantasy in Tennessee, every single year. I had so much faith in that player. When the Eagles traded for him, I actually think like it was the complete opposite of the Rager experience. When they drafted Rager, I thought, I'm like, this can't possibly get any worse as a fan. And then they traded for AJ Brown 2 years later, and it made everything okay. For me, either San Diego, Florida, since it's the closest thing I have an affiliation to the Chargers. Anything Florida related to the Miami Heat. Okay, so nobody left in the playoff then, I guess, right? Let me make sure I don't have these teams wrong. So as of now, the teams in the final 8 are... Oh, Penn State plays Boise State. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that game because I'm going to be watching that with the homies. But Penn State, Boise State. Okay. We got Notre Dame and Georgia. And then the couple games here to decide who plays Arizona State and Oregon. Bro, do we know if the winner of Clemson and do we know which matchup they get? Because I think it would make sense for the winner of Clemson and Texas to play Oregon. I guess Texas and Oregon would be interesting. Big 3rd and 11 in this game, though. Lamar rolls to the right, throws it across the field to Bateman, but I don't think he would have got the first down even if he caught it. So Baltimore offense had a good drive. It seems like Henry is something they definitely have going, but Henry aside, the Lamar production is really not there. Not going to lie to y'all, Texas is fucking Clemson up. I think Texas, they were like 16-point favorites or something like that. The spread was huge, so like I kind of expected it to be like this. So at least it got down to one important game for me. Fair enough. So you know what's interesting? Like I saw how big the spread was, and for example, the Monday night game where I did a watch time for 2 games at the same time. I put all 4 teams on the thumbnail, but I was looking at this game and I'm like, yo, Clemson and Texas, I don't know if they're going to pull enough weight to get on the thumbnail. I'll put it in the title that, hey guys, I'm watching this game as well. But be honest, this game is probably going to be a blowout, and we're probably going to devolve into this being primarily a Ravens-Steelers watch-along. So I didn't even give Clemson and Texas any respect in the thumbnail. But we got a 4th and 1 here. Dabo Swinney is pissed the hell off. Texas is going for it. As opposed to taking the points to just go up 17. Texas is trying to absolutely bury Clemson here. Big play by Clemson's defense. They ran a toss play to the left, and I want to say about 3 Clemson players really won their rep here. One guy blows up the blocker to give the running back no easy angles, and then a couple linebackers flew to the ball there. So great play defensively by Clemson. ACC champions. Also, just to butt in, City lose again, but Arsenal winning big. Yeah, no, City is cooked. Man, City's absolutely cooked. And Arsenal won, but at what cost? At what cost? I heard Bukayo Saka was on crutches. They won, but at what cost? Okay, Clemson with the ball, wide receiver screen. Oh, I forgot to check if there's any players worth watching in the draft offensively here. I think Clem would be the... Okay, there's an offensive tackle, a linebacker, and a tight end. They have a tight end called Jake Briningstool, and we'll have to watch him. What a name, though. That's a Rust Belt Midwest football name if I've ever heard one. Briningstool. I might tune into Fury and Usyk about now. Yeah, let us know what goes on with that. I'm very unfamiliar with combat sports, but I mean, I enjoy hearing about them because, like, it's combat sports. Like, you can not care for it at all, but it's a fight. Fighting is such an intrinsic human thing. Like, most humans will happily watch a fight, right? The people who aren't super, like, I guess, turned off by violence, most people will watch a fight. Okay, we're back to the Pittsburgh-Baltimore game. Pittsburgh with the ball at the 44. I may have missed a drive or a play, unless they just got super good field position on the punt return. Let me see. Let's see what's going on. Oh, it was a pass to Jaylen Warren. Jaylen Warren is doing a lot of dirt today. Even if it's frog, 100%, because people want to see somebody get knocked out. Nah, General, I actually think you got it right the first time. I really think that you got the name on his birth certificate right. Jake is just what people call him. Wilson rolls left, keeps it, scrambles, actually looks at Roquan and thinks, I'm going to make him miss, which is kind of adorable. But quickly slides. Quickly slides after getting past Roquan. But yeah. This game actually, what I will say though, say what you want about Pittsburgh's offense. They're doing great without George Pickens right now. Najee Harris up the middle for about 12. They're doing great without George Pickens. Like, I talked a lot about how I expected Pittsburgh to struggle against Philadelphia without George Pickens. But the same dynamics are at play here. There's not really a deep threat you have to respect. You can bring the whole defense up. And with that being the case, Pittsburgh can still run the ball. Wilson is 7 for 8, 74 yards. So it's not an explosive passing game, but it's very efficient. Najee gets another 4 yards. Like, the same issues they had against Philadelphia. It really just shows the gap in how good Baltimore's defense is and how good Philadelphia's defense is, which I cannot believe is the case. I cannot believe that. If somebody told me that Philly's defense would be much better than Baltimore's at the beginning of the year, I would not have believed them. I'm starting to get back to wrestling, but I'm just there for Dominic Mysterio's shenanigans. I'm not familiar. What shenanigans is he up to? Also, rip his grandpa, I guess. Rip. I mean, rest in peace is what I mean. Russell Wilson keeps it and runs. Russell Wilson. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. No, Russell. No. Bro, he got greedy. He got greedy. He thought, I'm trying to score this touchdown from 20 yards out. He got greedy. No, it's Baltimore ball. Remember? Okay, guys, we just talked about this. When he tried to make Roquan miss, I'm like, why are you doing that? Just slide. Just slide. And then this guy thinks, again, I'm going to make this number 29. I don't even know who 29 is. And he's like, yo, I'm going to make this guy miss and score. Russ, you're doing great. You're doing phenomenal. You just, oh, come on, Russ. That's a 7-point mistake. And I'm going to highlight 3 moments right now. Lamar getting strip sacked, the Ravens punt returner fumbling, and now Russell Wilson fumbling. All 3 bounces have gone Baltimore's way. As of now, the football gods are wearing purple. A whole lot of purple and black on the football gods right now. But isn't Steelers' problem last week Philly's passing game? What do you mean? Oh, in the game generally, yeah. But I'm talking about like even before the game last week when I was talking about how Pittsburgh would fare offensively against Philadelphia. Like I talked about how against a zone-heavy defense, if you can't stretch the field and all the zones move up, get a little bit more compressed, and it's easier for defenders to pass off receivers from one zone to another, that would be a big problem. And it was because Pittsburgh's offense ultimately had, I think they had 2 good drives the whole game. But the thing is like the same issue of the fact that you don't have a deep threat. You don't have to make the defense respect anything down the field, really. They can kind of come up and focus on your running game. It applies this week as well. But Baltimore, I guess, just doesn't have the personnel to really create a problem. Football gods are wearing purple, but Baltimore, what's your color since they haven't done jack shit with the TOs? Hold on, what? Baltimore, oh, that's true. Haven't done jack shit with it. But that's the thing. This is the first turnover. Baltimore fumbled the ball themselves twice, and they recovered it both times. Like good lucky bounces. And then they got this turnover. Here's what I would say. If either of their fumbles, you know what? No. So if the first fumble was recovered by Pittsburgh, they probably get some kind of points out of it. If the second Baltimore Ravens fumble was recovered by Pittsburgh, you wipe 7 points off the board for Baltimore. This fumble by Russ probably takes 7 points off the board. Bro, it's a 7-7 game, but a whole bunch of swings have happened in the points. Oh, Steelers' inability to convert anything. But that's the problem. They haven't been able to get the turnovers. They'll force the fumbles, but Baltimore will recover them. That's what I'm saying about Baltimore having the football gods on their side, is that Baltimore's out here fumbling. They just happen to get the ball back. Henry, hard to tackle, finds a yard out of that. Bro, King, I'm telling you, it's the same thing he did against Roquan that's why I love doing this shit. You guys all saw me react to him trying to make Roquan miss. And like, why are you trying to do? Like, I called it adorable. I'm like, that's fucking cute. You think you're gonna you're gonna make the best linebacker in the league miss? It's kind of endearing. It's adorable. It didn't really cost him because he got past Roquan a little bit, then just slid before Roquan could tackle him. And on this play, it's the same issue. And here's the thing, he ran from like 25 yards out. He was thinking, I'm trying to score and get this highlight, in Baltimore. I don't really run like that anymore. But that's the whole point. You don't run like that anymore. Can't make that mistake, man. Veteran quarterback, he cannot make that mistake. Just cost his team 7 points. But yeah, like I said, if Pittsburgh drops this game, they are going to be so pissed off going into Christmas Day. Bro, they are going to beat the shit out of Kansas City. This is true. This is true, General. We need entertainment. Justice Hill, up the middle for 4 yards. John Harbaugh left hanging by his player for a high five. That's not nice, I suppose. Baltimore, 2nd and 5. Zay is wasted in Baltimore. This is actually so true. Justice Hill, head is steam, runs for about 20 yards, gets lifted into the air by KZ, and he is not moving after hitting the ground. And he landed in a way where this is definitely a head injury or some kind of back injury. He's out cold. Yeah, that's straight CTE, bro. He should just go in Atlanta where we'll have a mediocre career, but he'll be a top 5 receiver. What do you I hear what you're saying. I think Penix is gonna be the quarterback that he gets the ball spread around the field. But I don't know if Penix is gonna be like I look at Penix as the kind of quarterback who he's gonna win within the scheme a lot, but he's not gonna do much winning outside of the scheme. That's where I'm at with Penix. So while I do think this makes Atlanta better, and he's probably going to be able to be a starting quarterback, like for all intents and purposes, think maybe Spicy Tua, maybe. Well, we'll see. That being said, anything is better than Kirk. Anything is better than Kirk. Kirk has been a disaster, and they said they're going to cut him. And what I heard was, it was really interesting, that he has a no trade clause, and he's going to use his no trade clause the same way Derek Carr. Bro, this is bad. This is really bad. I thought Mo Picks was crazy. This is wild. Yo, Bo Nix might have the all-time greatest slander names. Completely messed my train of thought up too. But yeah, Kirk Cousins, man, all-time Hall of Famer of finessing. He's a first-team finesse Hall of Famer. You know, actually first ballot finesse Hall of Famer. Absolute. Oh my God. He's going to get 90 mil out of this 1 year in Atlanta, and then he's going to go stick up another trash organization. Kirk Cousins, man. Where's he going to go? Oh my God. If Tennessee opens up if Tennessee backs up the Brinks trucks for him, if Kidder 96 at any point turns up, I'm going to have to ask him, Kidder, how do we feel about Kirk Cousins pulling up to Nashville? Justice Hill is up. Said Kirk will be cut before March. Yeah, you got to cut him before. He has a $10 million roster bonus that kicks in, I think, on the 5th day of the league year, which is probably mid-March. So he gets cut before then. Oh, the Colts. Yes, the Colts. It's the destiny. We talked about this on the channel with Aaron Rodgers maybe going to the Colts, but it's the Colts' destiny. Between Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz, they have to employ a washed quarterback. Joe Flacco, they just have to. It's their principle. Only good thing about Atlanta sports is Dyson Daniels. I hear it. Dyson Daniels definitely putting on for Australia. Play action. Lamar gets it to Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers, I don't know what he thinks he's going to do here, but he gets the easy 15-ish yards. But yeah, I agree with Jembo. Zay Flowers, we do not know how good he could be because he's not going to see enough run in this offense. And a face mask by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Damn. But yeah, speaking of this, at the conclusion of the regular season, we're going to do another quarterback musical chairs stream where we go around every quarterback situation and we see what is the stability of their quarterback situation. And then we'll stumble into who are the teams that need quarterbacks and then try to plug the pieces and fill the vacancies and whatnot. See who the available quarterbacks are. See if there's any fits anywhere. It's going to be good. He's about 17, I think, and he's running the draft in a couple of years' time. Hey, bring him to Toronto, I guess, maybe. If he's good. If he's good, bring him to Toronto. If not, I'll pass. I mean, shit. Kirk as a backup would be unreal. 2nd and 8 for Baltimore. Lamar. Oh, throws a jump out of Mark Andrews, but Patrick Queen is right there doing what he's probably done a lot in training camp, covering Mark Andrews. Did Clemson get any? Did they hold Texas from scoring any more points? Yeah, it's still 21-7. Well, this game's about to go to halftime. At least we'll have a decent amount of NFL football. Looks like I will not have to have a halftime break because there will be football all the way through. So that's nice. Lamar drops back. Airs it. Oh, shit. Finds Rashad Bateman in the back corner of the end zone. That was a dime. That was a dime. We won't have Heineke days anymore. For Heineke, all-time great quarterback name. Because my assumption is, and I don't know if this is the right assumption, I'm assuming that the backup quarterback on any team does probably some of the most drinking on the team. Backup quarterback and the punter, I'm just assuming that they throw beers back like probably more than anyone on the team. Who's the QB that's been on the most teams? Oh, I think it would be Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ryan Fitzpatrick was on a lot of teams. Oh, or Josh McCown. Josh McCown was also on a lot of teams. This is a fun little opportunity to do some research. Josh McCown. Josh McCown. Look at these teams, Gail. Look at these teams. What are the would that be Hartford Colonels or Hartford Colonials? That has to be Colonels, right? Like, no, but Colonel is Colonel. Hartford Colonials? What the hell is a Hartford? Kansas City's backup? It's funny that you said Carson, brother, because it's Carson Wentz. That's hilarious. Look at God. But yo, Genoa, if you can do this without looking it up, and I damn near won't believe you if you call this right. But yo, try to guess who the backup was 2 years ago, because I want to say last year it was Carson Wentz. And no, okay, so there was a backup between Chad Henne and Carson Wentz. If you can guess who it is, that'd be very impressive. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Josh McCown, 12 NFL teams. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Oh, not nearly as many. So yes, Gail, we did some quick research. Oh, Clemson's in the red zone? Hell yes, let's go. 1:42 to go, 3rd and 5. The quarterback drops back. Throws it into the dirt. Will Clemson opt for a field goal in a big moment? Let's see. Man like Scott Carson Wentz. Oh, yeah, this quarterback is Klubnik. I'm familiar. He's transferred around, hasn't he? Whoa, Clemson's kicker wears 81? Clemson's kicker is wearing a prime wide receiver number. Of course, I've seen a lot of college kickers wearing weird numbers. Never this good of a one, though. A kicker wearing 81, that's pretty saucy for a kicker. Yo, Blaine Gabbert. The quarterback that they had as a backup between Henne and Carson Wentz is Blaine Gabbert. But yeah, Josh McCown made it on 12 teams. That guy probably has a lot of stories. He should start a podcast and just share all his stories. There's coaches that have been on less teams than McCown has played for. What the fuck is a Blaine Gabbert? Bro, one of the all-time biggest draft busts. One of the all-time biggest draft busts. Baltimore's about to kick off. Back to the NFL game we go. And why was I thinking of Josh Rosen? Oh, because that's another one. And that's the type. Andy Reid loves quarterbacks that were highly rated as prospects that failed. But he loves saving a career. Even look at Matt Nagy, bro. He's out here saving coaching careers as well. But yeah. Wilson, back on the field, outright just robbed his team of 7 points. So we need a big drive here. Starting at their own 30. 7:28 to go. Matt Nagy. Oh no. Oh no. That'll be the final nail in the coffin. Wilson scrambles to the left, just gets it out of bounds there. The pass rush, like 3 guys got in the backfield. Staley should coach Caleb. This guy wants Caleb to fail miserably. Yo, Genwell, you are as committed of a Caleb hater as I've ever seen. Yo, Staley as the head coach, Nagy as the OC. Talk about a disaster class of coaching hirings. Wilson looks left, looks back to the middle, fires it to, I think that's Mike Williams for about 5 yards. So we're going to get 3rd and 5, pretty big down. Brian Flores could do a job in Chicago. Okay, General, I would like to start a conversation about this, right? When it comes to a situation like Chicago, can you afford to, like, I understand that the main goal of a head coach is to be a head coach. It's not about one particular thing. Like, you have to get the tone setting for the culture. You have to get that right. You have to get a bunch of things right. My thing about Brian Flores for a team like Chicago, though, that means that your offensive coordinator will, if they're good, whenever they're good, they're going to get poached. So basically, what that means is you are only ever going to have a great offensive coordinator for 1 year. For the most part, there's some, like, Ben Johnson is an obvious outlier, but he did a very unconventional thing staying, right? Bobby Slowick, a lot of people would say Houston is very lucky to not have lost him. Maybe what happened this year is we learned maybe Bobby Slowick isn't that nice, and that's why he didn't get a head coaching job in the first place. But my thing about a team like Chicago, Caleb needs development in the worst way. For Caleb to develop, I think he needs a good offensive mind that is consistently with him for maybe a 3-4 year stretch. You can only afford to guarantee that if you get a good hire at the head coach position. If you get Brian Flores and let's say the next Ben Johnson, brother, that guy is gone in a year, and then you have to get the evaluation right again. I'm going to tell you guys this as an Eagles fan, bro. When we lost Shane Steichen, we fucking suffered until we got Kellen Moore. That shit is so important. And then in the context of having to get a lot of offensive coordinator turnover, Jalen Hurts talked about how there's only been 2 years in his whole career since high school that he's had back-to-back offensive coordinators. A big sack for Baltimore to force a punt. Baltimore's offense has a chance to do a big thing in this game right now. But yeah, so if you look at Jalen Hurts, right? All throughout college, he had a different offensive coordinator every single year. At Alabama, they kept turning over. Then he went to Oklahoma, obviously new offensive coaching staff. Then he got drafted to Philadelphia, and then Doug Peterson was obviously the lead offensive mind in his rookie year. But then they fired him for Steichen. For Sirianni. So basically, the year that Jalen Hurts went to the Super Bowl in 2022, that was his first year of his career ever that he had a offensive mind for a second year in a row, right? And then obviously after that, Steichen got poached. We brought in Brian Johnson. He sucked. He got fired. Kellen Moore. So this is the thing. Jalen Hurts has had 1 year of his career ever that he's had a lead offensive mind in the play caller be the same guy. And because that's his life, I've heard him talk extensively about just how important it is as a young quarterback to have continuity. So for that reason, man, Chicago has to hire a great developmental coach for their quarterback. And that's why I think they're going to fuck this up, by the way, because what they don't just need to get it right. They need to get it right in such a specific way. And that's why I think they're going to mess it up. I guess he was right about trying to trade Tua. I think he was definitely right to point out the criticism, like the limitations in his game. Chicago is a top-up mess. Both the Bears and the Bulls act to a great. That's the initials for the Bulls GM. No one has been able to fix Chicago. Too many poor choices. Yeah, of upper management. Yeah, upper management does not have a clue what they're doing, and they have to look inwards and realize that they have to stop making the decisions. They're not good enough at making decisions. They need to let somebody else do it. Well timed, for fuck's sake, man, by King. I mean, it seemed like the Chiefs is an outlier since they've been consistent, though performance hasn't been there this year. They're an outlier in what sense? Are we talking about offensive coach turnover? Because the point with Kansas City is that their lead offensive mind is Andy Reid. Just had to go pick up the football that I just dropped. But yeah, the lead offensive mind is Andy Reid. They've had consistency. Pat Mahomes has had one guy his entire career. I'm sure that's helped in like development. Also, the one guy is the best ever. Like they've had a lot of turnover underneath, but like if you look at Philadelphia, Nick Sirianni is not the lead offensive guy. He's an offensive coach, but he conceded to Shane Steichen halfway through his first year as a coach. Doug Peterson, when he was a head coach, he was the guy. He called the plays. He did the scheming. When he went to Jacksonville, he started to give those responsibilities to other people. That's when shit went left in Jacksonville. Quiet is kept, man. Doug Peterson does not want to coach anymore. I heard like random like insiders, people talking about it, and obviously I didn't believe them when they said that stuff, but you see it in Jacksonville, man. He's a great offensive play caller, and he outright just gave the role to somebody else. And then shit started falling apart. Yo, he's an offensive guy 100%. 100%. This is my thing about, so General, I wasn't really doing this like consistently last year. But my biggest issue with Sirianni last year was like, you don't call offensive plays, you don't call defensive plays, you don't scheme up the offense, you don't scheme up the defense. Your only job is to set the culture. That's your only job, and you're doing that horribly. I was so Sirianni out last year. He can go to the college game, bro. No, so what I heard about Doug is that basically he looks at his win against the Patriots in the Super Bowl as like, yo, I beat the Brady Belichick dynasty, the greatest dynasty ever, with a backup quarterback. Like he looks at it, he's like, yo, there's nothing I can do to top that. Like that's the problem with him, is like he looks at his career as, I've actually already done the best possible thing I can do. So like he's actually really not invested in his like career. Like he's gonna coach because you got to get to the bag, and because he's a Super Bowl winning coach, he can get crazy bags. But he's really not thinking about it like, yo, what are the further things I can do in my career? He's looking at it like, bro, even if I win another Super Bowl, it'll never be this. So that's what I heard. And then you can see it in Jacksonville, I feel. Guy doesn't even want to call plays. You're a play caller. Not even that. You're a cold play caller. Bro, you're an amazing play caller. And he's like, yeah, you know what? Let Press Taylor do it. What? Crazy. Doug had the hose, the second place in Man United moment. This is the best achievement I've created. Yeah, 100%, man. He's like, bro, there's nothing I can do to replicate beating the greatest dynasty ever in the sport with a backup quarterback. But I can't, like, that debut album is a crazy debut album, bro. My second album will not live up to that shit. He said, let me quit while I'm ahead. Lamar keeps the ball on a keeper for the first time and gets stood up, setting up a 3rd and 7. Let me see what happened in the college game. Damn, Texas scored before halftime, 28-10. That shit's an ass whooping. He peaked like Michael Carter Williams, 100%. Yeah, 100%, bro. Doug Peterson is a hilarious guy. And honestly, I could see myself being similar if I was a coach. Like, you know, I'm not fiercely competitive the way some people are. Lamar looks left, finds Mark Andrews for the conversion on 3rd down. Gets about 8 or 9 yards on an out route. I heard he is both from PA. 100%, man. That happens to Philadelphia. So this is the thing. Genoa, I guess like you might not know the details, but the reason why Doug got fired in Philadelphia, literally 2 years after winning a Super Bowl, or I guess maybe 3 years, right? They fired him because what the year he won the Super Bowl, his whole staff got poached. His whole staff got poached, right? So he had to obviously fill in the vacancies. He basically hired his homies. Like he hired a guy named Press Taylor, and there's a couple other guys, and those are guys that followed him to Jacksonville. These are clearly his guys. And basically, when Philadelphia had that one bad year in Jalen Hurts' rookie year, they basically said like, "Dog, your guys suck. And if you want to keep your job, you have to get rid of your guys." And he said, "Nah, I'm going down with the ship. If you don't want them, get rid of me too." That's why he got fired in Philadelphia. By the way, the same thing happened to Sirianni this offseason. That's why his whole coaching staff is new. We barely have any of the coaches from last year, but every heads rolled. And they told Sirianni, like, bro, you either accept the fact that we're going to give you a new coaching staff or you get the hell out the door. And Sirianni did the opposite of Doug Peterson and accepted the fact that, you're going to be able to keep maybe 2-3 coaches from last year. Trace is getting bullied, man. Wait, hold on. Who's Trace? I'm confused. Doug had no game of convincing people to stay. Bro, it was bad. I mean, to be fair, though, that year was really shit. That last Carson Wentz year, when we pivoted to Jalen Hurts, that shit was bad. Number 27. Oh, that's the guy filling in for Joey Porter Jr., right? Yeah, that makes sense. Bro, backups in the secondary, it can be very, very, very dangerous. But yeah, we're at the 2-minute warning. We're at halftime of the college game. A lot of fun stuff going on. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Anybody watching this right now, 7 people watching live. Likes and subscriptions, very important for growth on YouTube. So if you guys appreciate what's going on here, that's the best way to show your appreciation. Make sure you guys run those numbers up. Yeah, so we got this stream today. We're going to have a Sunday Night Football stream tomorrow. By the way, the fact that Cowboys-Bucks is the Sunday night game is absolutely unacceptable. Who the hell wants to watch that game? Give us anything else. You know what? I know there's probably not that many good options because, like here, this week, right? The good games, realistically, are probably Philadelphia, Washington, Minnesota, Seattle. That's it, right? And I'm sure basically the networks probably protected those 2 games. But truthfully, bro, give me Detroit and Chicago on Sunday night. I would take that over Tampa Bay and Dallas. But yeah, looking back to our division is about to peak. Chiefs will be the Chiefs. Where the Chargers will always be there, even though no Super Bowl. And Broncos have a bright future ahead. You know what it is, though, bro? Jen will. I think the Broncos are about to build a good team. I think Bo Nix is going to be a cap. They could never do anything seriously with Bo Nix. But he's just a check down king. He's a check down merchant. I was talking about it a lot during the stream. It feels like he drops back, looks deep, and then looks right to the check down. And then if the check down isn't there, he'll look back to other things. But bro, he's first target, check down, plays dead, scramble type of a quarterback. And I think that there's a crazy cap to quarterbacks like that. Also, with a quarterback like that, if you're going to win with a Bo Nix, you have to have a stacked roster. They're not going to have a stacked roster because they're going to be paying Russell Wilson for the first 2 years of his rookie deal. They literally have a 2-year window where it's like it's the only years they could do anything, and they have to be amazing in those specific 2 years. There's no room for error. If only the Raiders can fix this shit. I wouldn't say peak, but bro, I think I don't think there's a whole lot of room for growth because this was him in college too, by the way. In college, bro, it's down the field to check down. At Oregon especially, right? He's looking deep or he's looking to the flat. Yeah, I just think there's a cap, right? I don't think you can really do anything serious with a quarterback like that. Like I said, unless you have an elite defense and elite weapons. And if you want to have an elite defense and elite weapons, you have to have you probably have to have cap space. King says, please defense. Yo, if Baltimore gets stuffed here and Justin Tucker has to kick from 50, everybody in this stadium will be so nervous when that field goal is being kicked. And that nervous energy It's not good. Lamar drops back. 3rd and 9. TJ Watt flushes him into the middle of the pocket. He gets it to Isaiah Likely, but Steelers swarm. TJ Watt and the Steelers defensive line brought it there on 3rd down. So Justin Tucker will attempt a 52-yard kick. Justin Tucker with a chance to make it a 2-score game. If he misses, Pittsburgh will get the ball down 7 at the 42 on their own side of the field. They would be 58 yards away from tying the game if he misses. This is a huge moment here. This moment will swing on the foot, no pun intended, of Justin Tucker, one that's been extremely unreliable. I don't think he had to make any big kicks against the Giants because big kicks don't occur when you play the Giants. You usually kick extra points because you usually score touchdowns. Justin Tucker from 52, left hash mark. I guess it's 51. I lied, people. Snap is good. Hold is okay. Justin Tucker makes the field goal. Good kick. Good kick. It was on a straight line. And then on a straight line, it went more and more closer to the middle. 17-7. Yeah, Holder did a good job. I lied when I told you guys the snap was good. It was not great. King says, damn it. Yep. 10-point game. Pittsburgh. It would be nice. Hold on. Did they start the second half with the ball? They do. They start the second half with the ball. So Pittsburgh has basically 2 back-to-back drives here down 10. So you're down 2 scores, but you have 2 back-to-back drives. So you have an opportunity to make this right, but I feel like you have to make it right now. Like if you squander this opportunity of back-to-back drives, I don't have much faith that you'll make the most of even like lesser opportunities because this is a great opportunity right here. Oh yeah, since I haven't really thought about it, how do we feel about the second Emirates Cup? The final was trash. The key thing about a tournament like that is we have to give a fuck about the matchups at the end of the tournament. And the finals was shit. I did a watch long for the finals, and I hated doing that. But fuck no. What a shit game. So, concept-wise, what I would like to see, I'd like to see more elimination games because I think they basically do quarterfinals. I think they should do a round of 16. One less match of group play, do a round of 16, get more one-off elimination games. Darvin Ham Trophy. This is true, bro. Darvin Ham, it's the Ham Cup. It's the Ham Cup, which sounds like a disgusting school snack. But yeah, it's the Ham Cup. Okay, Russell Wilson. We need you to cook. Hand off to Jalen Warren on the first play. 4 or 5 yards. Now they probably did that to save themselves from maybe going 3 and out in the air and giving Baltimore the ball back with 1:30. So they're going to get the clock rolling a little bit. They have more than enough time to get down the field. They just want to make sure there's absolutely nothing left for Baltimore if this goes wrong. Mike Williams gets the first down on second down. Pittsburgh's going to hurry up, get the ball snapped again. He's getting that trophy named after him. It's truly disgusting stuff. Wilson takes another easy out to Calvin Austin, who cannot get out of bounds. Wilson's going to keep the offense running. No huddle. No need to call a timeout left. This is legitimately, it's the Carabao Cup. Wilson snaps the ball, rolls to the right, throws it away, setting up 3rd and 4. 41 seconds to go. Because you think teams in these kind of situations will typically care more about the sidelines, I'm looking for a chunk in the middle of the field, maybe 15 yards in the middle of the field. This is where I would call my timeout, and we go from there. Russ drops back, takes a quick out to Freiermuth, and nope, still not calling a timeout. So this is probably where they're going to go for a chunk play in the middle of the field and hope to use their timeout. Like on the next play, I think from this point onwards, you feel comfortable. Oh, Warren gets about 14 yards. Players are asking for a face mask. We're going to have to see a replay there. I couldn't quite tell. The paycheck is nice, but funnily enough, the players that really care about it aren't even the ones that are playing. Oh, that's a face mask. He didn't grab it by much, but he did grab it. All right. Well, Boswell very much in field goal range. Shotgun formation for us. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, they're going to spike the ball? I hate that play. I hate this play. I just feel like this invites the possibility for things to go wrong. So here's my thing about that, right? There's a lot of pressure there to spike the ball, right? What if they let Russell Wilson go? Here's the thing that Baltimore should have done. Once they saw him run, they should have let him run like 15 yards. Just run. Just keep running, keep running, keep running. Tackle him at like the 10. The clock would run down to like 8 seconds to go. Make those offensive linemen run all the way. That was messed up. That play actually could have fucked them. Boswell, field goal, down the middle, cash money, the best kicker in the league this year, gets this game down to a 7-point deficit for Pittsburgh. So, yeah, this game, back to a one-score game. Pittsburgh will start the second half with the ball. Points are definitely going to be necessary on that drive. They cannot hand Baltimore the ball back with a 7-point Baltimore lead. So that's going to be very important. That play was just dangerous. Like I said, if I'm Pittsburgh, if I'm Baltimore, I'm going to hold his hand all the way to the 10, tackle him, and then make those offensive linemen sprint all the way 15 yards down the field to snap the ball. They're not going to snap the ball. Time's going to run out. They played that game. Unfortunately, it didn't come back to bite them in the ass. But both teams are actually presently at halftime. So I will use this opportunity to say I could probably use a brief little break, get some more water, use the washroom, and I'll be back for both of the second halves. So interestingly enough, the NFL game started half an hour after the college game, but halftime is going to be at the same time. That's pretty impressive. Russ not sliding is the reason why we're down. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. It all boils down to that one play. But yeah, I'll be back in like 3-4 minutes. You guys sit tight. And we're going to have a great time on the other side of this. And we are back for the second half of the stream and the second half of both games. So it's the first play of the second half in Texas and Clemson. Texas starts with the ball up 18. So don't expect much of a game here, but we will keep our eye on it on the off chance that it turns into a good game. Gail said come back in the second strong. Applies to everybody. The Steelers, Clemson, me in this stream. Hope everybody comes back in the second strong. But yeah, let me see the box score of that Ravens game. Because I feel like the yardage is very similar. And really, the score should be very similar too. The yardage is 201 to 170. So that's close enough in the same ballpark. But yeah, I'll say it again. The recoveries of the 3 fumbles all being by one team is huge. Absolutely huge. First and 10 for Texas. Wait, which bowl is this? Because all these playoff games are technically still a bowl. Because I have a dad joke in the chamber ready to go. This isn't considered a bowl because they should have just made this the Orange Bowl. You got Clemson and Texas. You got orange on orange everywhere you look at the game. Whether it's people in the crowd, both teams' uniforms, the logos, everything is orange. This absolutely should have been the Orange Bowl. Whoever is playing in the Orange Bowl, they better bring some orange to make up for the fact that this is setting a standard. This is the orangest bowl I've ever seen. Wait, that's Arch Manning. When the hell did this happen? Were we watching Arch right now? What the hell? What happened to Ewers? Oh, he came in for one play. He came in to run. Okay, so Arch came in for one play. I wonder why that was so important. Hell of a blitz by Clemson there, but Ewers just did a great job of getting it to the... I think that was a running back on a screen. Ewers, whoa, gets everybody with a pump fake, but then has to slide and concede the sack anyways. Man, I would have thrown the ball away. What the hell? Ewers, hands off to, I think that's not Blue. That's the other guy. Sets up a third down, 3rd and 13. Damn, the scoreboard is not scoreboarding. Oh, 3rd and 13. Too far to kick a field goal. Ewers drops back, chucks a deep ball, has a man, and that's very much interference. Chucked it up to Golden, who came down with the deep post earlier in the field. And this is my favorite wrinkle of college sports versus pro sports, or at least in the context of football. But pass interference, not a spot foul, 15-yard penalty. So legitimately, it is in your best interest to interfere on passes if you're beat. If you're beat for 40 yards, just interfere. Make it a 15-yard play and keep it moving. But you got aggressive jersey pulls there. Handoff. Oh, what a cutback. This back number 26 has been running with great vision all day. Wisner? Wait, no, it was the other back that had made the house call. Shit, both their backs are cooking. They run it down to the 2. Trying to make sure I don't miss the beginning. Damn, the other game is back. Holy shit, it's already 3rd and 10. I'm so bad at this, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Back to Steelers Ravens. Big 3rd and 10. Let me see. Incompletions on first and second down? No. A failed run and an incompletion. Okay, huge 3rd and 10. I talked about how important it was for Pittsburgh to get points. Russell Wilson. They bring a blitz. Kyle Hamilton gets a free shot, and Wilson completes a pass to Van Jefferson, who is short, and Pittsburgh goes 3 and out. Yeah, Pittsburgh goes 3 and out. So all eyes on the defense now. All eyes on the defense, and definitely, you know what the problem too is, King? Like, the fumble was the fumble. It wiped off 7 points. I feel like it also killed Pittsburgh's offensive momentum. Like, offense has not looked the same since. I'm going to look for it. So since the fumble, 37, 42. Pittsburgh has 48 yards on 3 drives. Since that fumble, Pittsburgh has 48 offensive yards on 3 drives. They were moving the ball with ease on the 2 drives before that. So all their offensive momentum is stalled. They got to get that back soon. And in the meantime, for them to get the opportunity to get it back, the defense has to hold strong. So that's really tough. Like, that's really, really, really tough. Texas is about to kick a field goal to go up 31-10. So shit. It was a good punt. Baltimore is going to be in the inside their own 10. So we're definitely going to need. We're definitely going to need Pittsburgh's defense to make a stand here. If Baltimore scores a touchdown, and goes up 14, I think beginning of the 4th quarter, we could be in fade of the stream territory. Especially if Pittsburgh's offense keeps moving slowly. But I do think Pittsburgh's offense is going to figure it out. It's just a matter of whether it's too late. And the defense is going to decide that. Damn. Commercials on both games. But yeah, definitely looking forward to Tennessee and Ohio State. That's definitely the college game that I'm more excited about. Unfortunately, though, I just can't. I don't know if I have 6 hours of football live streaming in me. I don't know if I have that. I would have loved to do that game. But if there was an NFL game on at the same time, definitely that would have been the one. But yeah, definitely glad that I didn't do Chiefs-Texans. I completely made that dependent on Carson Wentz. If Carson Wentz played against the Chiefs, this watch-along would not be happening. I would have done a watch-along for Texans-Chiefs. But that didn't happen, so alas, this is the game I opted for. I love this rivalry as a whole, though. Like, genuinely, it's my favorite rivalry in sports that I've had a chance to witness. Joey Porter Jr. is back, so big update for Pittsburgh. Trace, number 27, as King identified, was struggling to fill in the void that JPJ left, and JPJ is back. Derrick Henry also back, gets 10 yards on first down. He's been chilling for like half an hour or so, and he's ready to go on that first carry. Another handoff to Henry. So I think Lamar has 89 passing yards. I want to see how many rushing yards Henry has. Henry has 86 rushing yards. Penalty on Baltimore. I missed the penalty, but it's a false start on Ronnie Stanley. The thing is, I thought false starts were dead ball penalties. Like, I thought a false start's supposed to kill the play, but they let that one continue. First and 15 for Baltimore. Likely in motion. Shout out the channel. Lamar drops back. Passes to the flat to Henry, who makes catching the ball look pretty difficult, but makes being tackled also look difficult. Easy 10 yards for King Henry. King Henry has been the whole Ravens offense today. I'm about to put this tally together. Okay, hold on. So King Henry, rushing and receiving yards in total. You're looking at about 101. If that's 15 yards, no, it was 10 yards. So 96 yards for King Henry. You look at the rest of the Ravens offense put together, you're looking at about 115. So Lamar's about to add to that, get it to about 120. But you're talking about Henry having a respectable chunk of this Ravens offense. Probably about 40% of the offense is just Derrick Henry. The fuck happened to our tackling? Yo, if you're saying that the tackling is all of a sudden worse, bro, that might be a short week issue. Now, obviously, both teams have the same issue of a short week, so it's not like that's an excuse, but that's what I'm thinking of, like, because this little stretch here is crazy, and you got to up the intensity here. Oh, our tackling. Both games. Shit. Then yeah, I can't help you with that one. Henry up the middle. Gets brought down by 92. I don't know who that is. Oh, Loudermilk. Best name in the NFL. 3rd and 1. Ravens go tempo, no huddle. Keep the Steelers defense on the field. Frantic communication from Pittsburgh. And they get a huge stop on 3rd and 1. Landon Roberts flies into the backfield in a situation where the Ravens probably had Pittsburgh's passing personnel out there because it was, 2nd and 8? They try to go no huddle, keep the passing personnel on the field for 3rd and short, and Steelers linebackers flock to the backfield. You see Patrick Queen, Landon Roberts, and Peyton Wilson all in the backfield to wrap up Henry, and a crucial stop from Pittsburgh's defense to get Baltimore or to get the ball back from Baltimore while it's still a 1-score game. So now the attention turns back to Pittsburgh's offense, where we need something. We need you to do something. Calvin Austin catches the punt, asks for a fair catch interference, not going to get it. So 89 yards for the Steelers to go to tie the game. But yeah, they get the ball back. Down 7. Huge stop by that defense, man. Going back to this game, Clemson is punting down 21. So this game is over. This game is as good as over. But yeah, in terms of watch-alongs for next week, let's figure this out. So next week is spanning which days? Christmas Day, we're definitely doing Chiefs and Steelers. Thursday the 26th, I'm not doing Seattle and Chicago. Saturday the 28th, I'm going to do Broncos-Bengals. Broncos-Bengals on Saturday the 28th, so a week from today. Sunday the 29th, Falcons and Commanders. We're going to do the Sunday night game. Monday the 30th, Detroit against San Francisco. Let me see if there's a Raptors game the same night. The 30th? No. Okay, cool. Probably we'll also do Monday the 30th for Lions-Niners. Big one there. Going to be a big Niners fan for the first time ever, really, probably. I might wear this red hoodie. I'll have to find something red to throw on. Then Wednesday the 1st, we'll be doing college football playoff watch-alongs. And from that point onwards, there will be no Thursday night football. So that sucks. But yeah, lots of watch-alongs, lots of streaming coming up during the next little bit. So for the people watching, make sure you guys subscribe so that you don't miss when I go live. And hit that like button too, because that shit is amazing for the algorithm. What game am I on? Okay, back to the NFL. And then when the playoffs roll around, on wildcard weekend, I'm probably going to try to do maybe like 4 of the 6 games. I don't think I could do 6 out of 6. I don't think I have that in me. But 4 out of 6 probably. Tomlin smiling and hugging Russell Wilson. I guess the vibes are good on that side. He must feel pretty confident. 1st and 10 for Pittsburgh at their own 12. Big formation out there. Najee in the backfield. I formation. You'd think a handoff is coming. Play action fake. Wilson takes a deep shot. One of the very few deep shots of the game. Yo, Calvin Austin. Did he make that catch? Holy shit, Calvin Austin. He made the catch on the flea flicker against Philadelphia. It wasn't the easiest catch. This catch was even harder. Calv him Austin. Well, King, put it in the chat. Calv him Austin. Yep. Control the way all the way throughout the catch. They snap the ball quickly to avoid the Baltimore challenge. Najee gets about 5 yards. Nah, bro. His name has to change, bro. That's Calv him. 1 foot, 2 foot. That's a catch. That's a clean catch. What a play. Russell Wilson, handoff to Najee. Sets up 3rd and 6. We know at the very minimum they're going to make it a 4-point game. But you've come this far. You got a big chunk play. I think the stop plus the big chunk play plus a touchdown would be a serious momentum turn. A field goal would almost be a win for Baltimore at this point. When you give up like a 35-yard catch, but you force a field goal, that's a win. 3rd and 6. And what is this? A timeout? What the hell happened here? Oh, Marlon Humphreys is hurt. This game's too early for me. Well, hold on. So what time is it? Because if the normal streams are like around 2 your time, then this is what, like 10 a.m., 11 a.m.? What are we saying? Yeah, 10:28. At least there's Magic Keyed in 30 minutes. Yeah, at least this got you up for that game. But yeah, if you got up to watch this game from early and you've been up since like 9 a.m. to watch this, that's tough. Calv him Austin on 3rd and 6. But he's single-handedly getting Pittsburgh back in this game. Also, another member of my dynasty team. I drafted him in the rookie draft, 3rd round, which is the last round. The rookie draft in dynasty is only three rounds. I don't even know if Jimmy's playing. Probably not if that's the energy he's on. 3 catches for 66 yards, 2 of them being on this drive and 2 of them being absolutely massive for the cause. Najee, I don't think it was a clean handoff, but he hits the hole with aggression anyways and muscles forward for 9 yards. Feels like he could have got a bit more if that was a clean handoff, but sets up second and short nonetheless. Marlon Humphrey checks back into the game. Yeah, bad tackling there by Baltimore. King was talking about Pittsburgh's tackling not being the best. That was pretty shit as well over there. Najee's off the field. Jalen Warren is on the field. 2 tight ends in for Pittsburgh. Pruitt and Washington. This is a heavy run blocking batch of tight ends. A good run by Jalen Warren for about 3 yards. Russ going for some tempo here, keeping the Ravens from doing substitutions. A toss to the left. Warren absolutely gets dragged down by Nnamdi Madubuike. Big play there, Ravens run defense, because Pittsburgh specifically wanted to keep them on the field for whatever that was, whatever that personnel was. Must have viewed that personnel as a bad matchup for that kind of a running play, and it gets absolutely blown up by one player. Second and 11 now for Pittsburgh. Russ lofts it in for Cordero Patterson, who high-key mosses Malik Harrison. Wow. That's a ball by Russ. That is a ball. And Cordero Patterson, receiver background, running back background, kickoff background, doesn't matter, bro. Goes up, high points. Here's the thing. He doesn't jump, but he high points the ball in that, like, he catches it with his arms completely outstretched and keeps the ball high. It's interesting. Doesn't jump, but high points it. It's weird. But yeah, he basically mossed Harrison there, who actually not like, I mean, as a linebacker on a wheel route, you can't be much closer to the player and you can't be much better positioned and like do a better job of disrupting it with your hand. He did decent there. Cordero Patterson just makes a hell of a play there. So huge play to make it a 7-point game. Sorry, to go make it from a 7-point game to a tied game. And we got to finish, people. 5 minutes left in the third, and it looks like we will not see this game turn the way it looked like it could have when it was 17-7. Pittsburgh is back in this game with the momentum. But Calvin Austin, man, what a set of big plays. Talk about needing somebody to make a play and then having your short wide receiver 3 coming through. But yeah, back to the college game. We got 2nd and 10 for Clemson, driving down 3 scores. They're going to need a pretty epic comeback. Klubnik takes a shot to a wide open receiver in the end zone, number 21. Who is this? Jarvis Green. Absolutely wide open in the end zone. And Clemson make it a 2-score game. Looks like a quick drive. I wonder if Texas turned it over or not. Yeah, I had to refresh this because this is very much not the score. Bleacher Report, I need you to update this shit better. Man, what the hell? Well, back to the NFL we go, I guess. 2-score game now in Texas, in College Station. And they're going to show some replays of the Cordero Patterson touchdown. What are they highlighting here? Whoa. Is this out of bounds? What the hell? Chris Boswell kicks the ball out of bounds? You're telling me this guy can make field goal after field goal after field goal after field goal, and then he can't hit the field? What kind of shit is that, man? What the hell? After such a big moment, too. So after a Chris Boswell kickoff out of bounds, Ravens will start the ball at the 40. .5:14 to go in the third. Lamar finds Mark Andrews for about 16 yards. Ravens now all of a sudden already like 8 yards away from field goal range. Man coverage there by Pittsburgh. And Patrick Queen just couldn't hang with Mark Andrews. Third catch by Mark Andrews. Lamar keeps it on a read option, tries to get around the edge. Big tackle by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Lamar tried to, I guess, kind of like do a mini hurdle over him. But great job of wrapping up by Minkah. Second and 7. Lamar passes it to Zay Flowers for about 18 yards. So a very efficient drive from Baltimore to respond to Pittsburgh's drive. Ball's on the 27. Trips formation to the right. Zay motions to the left. Derrick Henry in the backfield. Play action. Zay in motion. They run a screen to Derrick Henry to the other side of the motion. Awesome play design. Henry is in the open field and gets to the 10-yard line rather easily. And Baltimore is rolling this drive. First and I thought it would be first and goal, but they're saying first and 10. So he must have been down at the 11. But yeah, I love that play design. Play action, make it look like it's supposed to go to Zay after the play action, screen back to the other side. Beautiful play design. Lamar, decline. Miss what happened, hanging up on that person. But it looks like Lamar kept it for about 3-4 yards. God damn it, Boswell. Lamar looks left, back to the middle. Wide open Mark Andrews. And god damn it, bro. They sliced through this defense like a hot knife through butter on this drive. Too easy. Not all of a sudden Pittsburgh's in this exact same situation they were to close at the beginning of the last drive. Big responses needed. Kind of shocking to see the chunk plays too. Because if it was one chunk play, it is what it is. That's one play. If Baltimore grinds it out with like a 17-yard drive, that is what it is. Baltimore can do that shit. But like to just get chunk play after chunk play after chunk play after chunk play, get all the way down the field, kind of surprising to see that. But there's 150 to go in the third. 16:50 left to go in this game. And if you think about it from that sense, there's probably 5 drives left in this game, realistically, right? Pittsburgh has the first one, so they should have 3 drives while Baltimore has 2. They just, again, have to... They got to have both sides of the ball playing decent at the same time. It really felt like Baltimore's or Pittsburgh's defense was holding it down while their offense was struggling. And then their offense just had a great drive. And then the defense plays like shit for one drive. It's weird. Like we've seen actually every component in this team, right? Pittsburgh's offense, Pittsburgh's defense, Baltimore's offense, and Baltimore's defense. We've seen every component have their good and bad moments. Kind of makes you appreciate that in a matchup like this, I guess you could say anything could happen. But really and truly, like we've seen the big parts of these teams both have their ups and downs. Or have both their ups and downs. Let's see what's happening in the college game. So one thing I'm going to do during a stream is drop my phone. Texas looks like they're driving. Oh, it's a 4th and 2 at the 36. Ewers drops back. Ewers crossing route and is dropped by Golden. Golden, who made a huge catch on a deep post earlier, turns it over on 4th down. Meaning, Clemson will get this ball back 60 yards away from making it a 7-point game. Hold on. This game updates slow. Bleacher Report. What are you guys on? It's wide open, too. The ball was a little bit, not a little bit. The ball was very behind Golden. Yeah, it looks like Mewers. What the hell? Quinn Ewers not having the best game. Looks like he's getting carried by his team. Hand off up the middle. 5 yards for Clemson. As Baltimore is now about to kick the ball, we'll see if Stout can keep this shit in bounds. But yeah, bro, King, that drive defensively by Pittsburgh was very uncharacteristic. Head of steam by Warren, gets out across the 30. He said, look, Baltimore wants to start at the 40. Man, we can do that shit too. Russell Wilson, 16 for 21, 188 and 2 touchdowns. A fairly efficient game, fumble aside. But that fumble might be what comes back to haunt them. Play action. Russ drops back. Tries to toss it to Najee. He drops that, but to be honest, the drop is probably for the best. Looks like he loses there. That screen was well read by Baltimore. Oh, JPJ back to the locker room. So that's not great. Russ drops back, finds Mike Williams on a crossing route, who gets an easy 13-ish yards out past midfield. Three catches for 24 yards for Mike Williams. Russ tossed to Najee, who gets about 3 yards. Twenty-four, 40 seconds to go in the third. Looks like this will be the second last play, assuming they run the ball. 2nd and 8, two backs in the backfield. It's a pony formation. I lied. That's a tight end. Cam Hayward is in the backfield. Russell Wilson throws it out of there. So that play failed from the get-go. Looks like nothing was there. 3rd and 8. Another. Actually, no, that pass to Mike Williams was on 2nd down. So this is the first 3rd down of this drive. They got a big 3rd and 6 conversion from the same part of the field to Calvin Austin on the last drive. The ball gets snapped just at the last second. The pocket collapses around. Oh no, Jaylen Warren. Pocket collapses around Russ. Dumps it off to Jaylen Warren, who they're calling it an incompletion now. I thought it was a catch, fumble, and recovery. But on 4th and 8, Pittsburgh looks like they're keeping the offense on the field. Yo, Pittsburgh said, fuck it. We are putting the game on the line right here. Yeah, King is great for fuck's sake. They are going tempo here. I lied. Baltimore's making a sub. Never mind, I guess. Referee's forcing him to slow down. Play clock is running out. Looks like the ref is having a chat with Russell Wilson about the subs. One, two. That's definitely a catch and fumble, by the way. Pittsburgh should be challenging this. Oh, they moved it. Okay, so it's 4th and 6 now. They moved it. They called it a catch and fumble. That's the right call. 4th and 6, even though they're saying 5 on the screen for some reason. 4th and 6. Oh, they're just trying to get them offsides. / running it down to the end of the quarter. Okay, so big mystery lies ahead about whether they start the 4th quarter by going for it on 4th down. I guess I would go for it. I guess so. They were not jumping, yo. They were definitely not jumping. They saw the clock running and they said, nah. If you guys have the balls to snap this ball with 2 seconds to go, fair enough. We'll tip our hat. Yo, Clemson is driving. This might be a crazy comeback if it happens. Clemson 11 yards away from the end zone. 13 minutes to go, down 14. This is very much a compelling game at this point. I did not expect this. Klubnik airs it out, throws it out the back of the end zone. Second and 10. Sarkeesian drawing some shit up. Bro, the defense is on the field. Focus on the defense for right now. Klubnik trying to get his players set up. Looks like there's a lot of confusion and disorganization. It's a read option. The running back takes it. Running back runs for about 7 yards. We're about to get a 3rd and 3 and a huge play. I got to make sure I don't miss 4th down too. So I'm going to have to frantically go back and forth between these two games. But, man, it looks like we're at a really awesome part of the watch-along where both games are having pretty high-stakes moments. This is why we double watch-along, people. This is why we double watch-along. Oh, Klubnik on 3rd down. It looks like a quarterback draw that gets run right into a Texas defense that's waiting for it. So we have 4th down in this game and maybe even 4th down in the other game. Okay, Russell Wilson is on the field. Back to Pittsburgh. Russell Wilson is on the field for 4th and 6. See, they got it right this time. Are they trying to draw them off sides again? No, they snap the ball. Russ drops back. Pocket is strong, and he takes a deep shot to Calvin Austin in a... come on. Now, Austin's going to ask for a pass interference call there. I got to see this again to see if he got hit early. But a deep shot to not even an open Calvin Austin is tough. And he had another receiver running deep as well. This is too many deep routes for 4th and 5. So I think the tricky part about the contact there is that Kyle Hamilton, to be honest, has a better chance to get this ball than Calvin Austin. Like, this is Kyle Hamilton making actually, Kyle Hamilton has no idea where the ball is. That's a tough one. I don't think that deserves a 40-yard penalty. So I'm not calling that flag. But also, like, Kyle Hamilton could have just caught that. He didn't have to run into Austin like that. Nonetheless, that is tough, man. I got to see that play design to see where the other options were. Because you had 2 receivers running deep on 4th and 6. This means you have 3 other options. I don't know if anybody was blocking, but like numerically, you don't have a ton of different things to go to. And I understand the validity. Oh my God, Derrick Henry's trying to call game. Derrick Henry runs to the 10. Shit, man. Life's about to what is the expression? Life comes at you quickly. Life is coming at Pittsburgh very quickly right now. But yeah, I understand the merits of having a deep threat on 4th and 6 to stretch the field, but like 2 deep threats is aggressive. And Pittsburgh definitely needs to keep Baltimore out of the end zone here. The way this game is going. Not for real, man. For sale sign for real. Well, 1st and 10. Pistol formation for Baltimore. Play action. Lamar. Throws a pick. Oh my God, Minkah Fitzpatrick. What a huge play. Miscommunication with the target, and Minkah Fitzpatrick runs a pick back to the 35. King, you guys just bought. You guys just bought, bro. You ain't no sell. Ain't no sell anymore. You guys just bought. Absolutely back-breaking mistake from Lamar. Lamar just gave Russell Wilson the pick back, by the way. So as you can see there, Rashad Bateman has an option there. Rashad Bateman has the opportunity to keep running. Lamar clearly thinks he should keep running. Rashad Bateman sits the route down, and the ball goes right into the hands of Minkah Fitzpatrick. So the quarterbacks have exchanged red zone turnovers now, and we're even in that regard. So Pittsburgh, you got a clean slate. You got a clean fucking slate. And let's see what happened in this game. Did Clemson get a touchdown? Doesn't look like it. No, they did. What the hell? Whoa, this game's a 7-point game. On 4th and 6, Klubnik, 7-yard touchdown to T. Moore. These games are getting spicy. What the hell? And so there's 11 minutes left in this game and 13 minutes left in the NFL game. These games are going to be ending at the same time too. Yo, what a watch along. King, bro, I hope the party's been decent because this stream is about to get great at the end. Shout out to everybody tapped in. 8 people watching live. Over the course of the stream, 100 people have pulled through. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Best ways to support content on YouTube. Kickoff is received by Texas. Tack tripped up at the 11-yard line, though, so Clemson seems to have a lot of momentum here. Special teams is balling out, too. And Ewers will step onto the field with this drive being so important, man. You got to halt some of Clemson's momentum. Klubnik, as of right now, outperforming Ewers in a huge game. Ewers takes the quick out to Golden. Gets about 5 easy yards. Oh, they showed Zay was open in the end zone. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. The OC was pissed. Anyways, Pittsburgh with the ball and an opportunity for a blank slate. 13:57 to go in the 4th. Handoff to Najee. 4 yards for Najee. And they're tending to Lamar's hand. I don't know what happened to him, but man, cannot have that. Play action. Russ rolls right. Throw. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Bruh. Just when the game turned, Russell Wilson said, you know what? Anything you can sell, I can sell better. What the hell? Underthrows Pruitt in the flat on a play action where you can tell he wanted to roll out, step into some space, and probably air it out. Whoever number 90 is sticks with Wilson on the play action, doesn't give him any space. Wilson undercooks the pass to the flat, and Marlon Humphrey is there to pick it off and run it back. Marlon Humphrey is a big playmaker, man. Like, I haven't even watched that much Baltimore this year, and he's just like, he just makes huge plays. Like, his plays are massive moments. He never has a pick that's just like uneventful and like doesn't have a huge swing in the game. And like, picks generally have swings in the game, but like Marlon Humphrey, he makes like late game changing plays. 31-17. Now all of a sudden this game is more of a blowout than the Clemson game. Life comes at you. Wait, Texas just scored. They're both 14-point games all of a sudden. What the hell? These were supposed to be good finishes. I'm pissed. What happened? How did Texas score? How did Texas score? Let's see. 77-yard Jaden Blue touchdown. I told you guys, Jaden Blue. He found the edge and housed it from like 30 before. That shit looked beautiful. He scored from 77. What are his? Jaden Blue has 12 for 147 and 2 touchdowns. Has 1 catch for 21 yards too. Jaden Blue has 167 yards on 13 touches. He's like a mini Genty out there. Hey, Russ, literally responsible for a 14-point swing in this game on his own. You just literally, as you put this comment in, like as I'm saying it, you put this comment in. Great minds think alike. And it's the first career pick 6 for Marlon Humphrey. Oh yeah, General left to watch the boxing match. I heard it's over, so I wonder what happened. So shit. What am I gonna watch first? Clemson with the ball down 14 or Pittsburgh with the ball down 14? I didn't know that we might get a faded the stream ass stream, but we might. Big up, time to shine. Bro, did you watch Fury and Usyk? And if so, bro, what happened? One on points. Okay, I hear it. Tucker kicking off now. I think Stout did the last kickoff. I don't know why they made the switch, but watch the Chiefs earlier than the fight. Bruh, I keep doing this. What the hell? I didn't watch that much of the Chiefs game, but from the looks of it, right? I don't think the world of Houston, but it looked like Kansas City at least like they win a lot of one-score ugly games. I don't think this game ever was like in question. I think you felt like the Chiefs were going to win throughout the entire game, but maybe I missed some moments. I don't know, man. Mr. Mahomes. Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's not to say that they look flawless and amazing all of a sudden, right? I just think Houston's not that good. Like, it's interesting to see how a bunch of other teams are capable of making Kansas City look like at risk of losing games. Then Houston shows up and just doesn't do shit. But yeah, man, feel horrible for Tank though. I feel absolutely horrible for him. Like, I think we okay with the weapons we have now. Yeah, the weapons aren't the problem. You guys have Hollywood and Xavier Worthy and DeAndre Hopkins. Oh, and Kelsey. No, and Pacheco's back, bro. You guys, and they play Hunt and P. Ryan both still. He looked like he was struggling in the pocket. So this is the thing now. The weapons aren't the issue anymore. Now it's the offensive line. That's what's going to stop you guys if something does. Third and 5 for Pittsburgh. Russ drops back, drifts, does a whole lot of dancing before eventually finding Jalen Warren for the first down. Yeah, man. I hope good things for late career DeAndre Hopkins, unless they play the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Then I don't. But other than that, I'm a fan for sure. Russ, pocket collapses, doesn't like whatever his first option was, and takes a sack for -5 yards. Kyle Van Noy, big play. No. 2nd and 14. Who is number 13? Yo, who is number 13? Pittsburgh receiver. Is that Roman Wilson? Oh, Scotty Miller is number 13? Bro, we're at the point of the game where we're seeing Scotty Miller in the game. Something, something fries, something, something bag. Pittsburgh, what are we doing? 2nd and 19. Russ drops back. Finds Fryermuth for about 7 yards. Sets up 3rd and 12-ish from midfield. Clock is running. Ball probably gets snapped around 10 minutes to go. So time is of the essence for sure. Pittsburgh is going to make some subs and huddle up. Third and 11. Wilson. A wide receiver screen to Calvin Austin, who's made big play after big play, but unfortunately, this is just a little too far for him. Wide receiver screen on 3rd and 11. Loses a yard. It is not well blocked up. And Lamar Stevens is there to make a play pretty soon after he catches the ball. And Pittsburgh will punt. So, with Pittsburgh punting, we have our first fade of the stream. Well, it's not really fade of the stream. Well, okay, let's see what's going on in the college game. We might have to hold off on that. Because fade of the stream in this game is definitely like, you have to keep Baltimore off the scoreboard at minimum. Wait, Clemson is driving? Yo, this might become a Clemson-Texas watch-along for us. Clemson, 2nd and goal. Klubnik goes for a run, gets tackled at the 1, 8:41 to go. Dabo calls a timeout, so they're going to figure this out before 3rd and goal. Lots of time left in this one, especially with like the nature of college sports, man. Shit. Baltimore has the ball back. Henry gets tackled for no yards. We ain't trying to win. Okay, I guess this is fate of the game. Fate of the game. I don't know if Gail's still here, but Gail, we may have a new fate. Fate of the game in a double stream. A double watch along. Because the stream runs because the other game looks great. Baltimore ends if Baltimore scores. There we go. Fate of the game. Damn. Dropped the ball. 1,100 rushing yards plus 100 rushing TDs. 3rd and 5 for Baltimore. Lamar drops back, takes a deep shot to Zay Flowers, who stays on his feet for oh my God, he's still not down. Zay Flowers Gale is here. Gale approves. Man, it's the real thing. Zay Flowers gets about 50 yards with the game on the line. Not quite game on the line, but obviously a big play to give up. Beanie Bishop in the slot on a slot fade. That's a tough assignment to have one-on-one with no help. But yeah, Zay Flowers, slot fade with no help. Great throw by Lamar and a huge play for Baltimore. The secondary is definitely not it right now. Derrick Henry up the middle, 6 yards. Yeah, I cannot believe Zay Flowers stayed up for that long, too. For a little man, that guy was running with some power. And to speak to King's tackling criticism, obviously not good tackling either. 2nd and 5. Derrick Henry up the middle. Third and 1. 6 minutes to go. We're in field goal range. Oh, they run a tush push with a tight end. Lamar was in the back to pick up a fumble. 5:50 to go. Has Clemson scored yet? Oh, Clemson has 4th and 1. Shit, I might have to pivot back to that. 4th and goal at the 1. Clemson down 2 scores with 7:30 to go. In a shotgun? Read option up the middle, and he stood up. Texas gets a huge stop at the goal line. I hate that play call so much. And I know college is weird, so sometimes you do see weird shit in college. But a read option out of I don't even know what that's called, but 3 people in the backfield with the quarterback in the shotgun, read option, and they stuff them. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, I mean, Fade of the Stream is coming up for both of these teams. I guess this has to get edited because we have entered Fade of the Stream mode. Stream. Stream ends if Baltimore and Texas score. Okay, we got it. Here's the Fade of the Stream. How are you feeling about the Eagles tomorrow? I feel good, bro. I feel like we're going to get that win. I feel like Washington just isn't as... So it's a divisional game on the road, right? Anything could happen. But I don't think Washington has the pieces. I think we're rolling right now. I don't think we're going to all of a sudden blow the team out because whenever we have good games like we did against Pittsburgh, we never follow it up with the same kind of a game. So I think it'll be like it's a game where we're in control, but we win by like 7 points, right? What would a comparable game be? Let me see. Let me look at our results and see if I can find a comparable game. Oh, I think it could be a similar game to the one against Baltimore where they got a garbage time game at the end though, a garbage time touchdown at the end. Damn, you know what? We played a lot of games unlike what I'm describing. But yeah, no, I think we'll win. But I don't know if we'll actually look amazing again. Pittsburgh jumps off sides on 3rd and 7, making it 3rd and 2. What the fuck happened to this team, man? This schedule from hell, 3 games in 11 days, bro. It's a tough ask. You guys are playing some here's the thing. the game against Philly, that's a very tough game, right? Then to go from Philly on the road to Baltimore on the road, and the key there is that while Baltimore's not a great team, you're talking about a division rival that hates you, that already lost to you, that needs this game more than you. That's a really tough spot to be after Philadelphia on the road, 6 days ago? And then you have to go play Kansas City. And this is fair. This is completely fair. This doesn't like I think there's a difference between excuses and reasons. Excuses are justifications, and these are definitely not justifications because of course your standard is high. But definitely the reasons, right? Like the schedule is a reason, the injuries are a reason. These are like a part of the formula for what's happening right now. But it's definitely not an excuse, right? When you expect what Steelers fans expect from their team, because if you listen to Steelers fans talk about this iteration of Pittsburgh, right? Like haven't really been a meaningful contender since the Triple B's days or the Killer Bees days. And for a successful franchise like Pittsburgh, that is far too long. So I understand their frustrations. But yeah, everybody is injured. And the thing is the way their team is structured, Pickens is too important. Like legitimately so important for this team. Just got home. What we're saying, boys, bro, this game's been kind of, to be honest, you see a 14-point game and you think, oh, this must have been an ass whooping. No. There's a alternate timeline where the fumbles go the right way or like a different way, and Pittsburgh is winning right now. So this is the thing, bro. They actually just sold. This game was competitive for a lot of the game. A Russell Wilson pick six and a fumble going. Basically, he tried to score on a 30-yard touchdown run, right? He tried to break a tackle at the 3 when he should have just slid, and he fumbled trying to break the tackle, and that basically wiped away 7 points off Pittsburgh's off the scoreboard for Pittsburgh. And then he threw a pick six. So, bro, like honestly, it was a competitive game where Baltimore fumbled twice in the first quarter, but they recovered both fumbles. Like if a couple breaks go the other way, this is a completely different game. So yeah, you missed a good game. Yo, it's good for a neutral, but yo, King is pissed. I don't trust him in the playoffs. I hear it. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Oh no, I'm not saying that, but King, I'm not saying like that it excuses it, but this is also factual reality. Like when you talk about sports, you do have to talk about the fine margins because fine margins are a part of the sport. And in a game like this, if Pittsburgh leaves the game thinking, "Oh, we're just shit and we can't do anything and we don't have any chance of being good," like that's factually wrong. The takeaway Pittsburgh has to have is that you have to not make the bad like you have to not have bad moments, because the fumble is a bad moment completely against everything they were doing on that drive. The pick six was a bad moment. Like if you don't have bad moments, you win this game. That's the point of emphasis. Was TJ Watt playing? Yeah, he was playing. I'm about to lock into Tennessee, Ohio 100%. That's going to be a great game, right? Like if you think about Pittsburgh's ground game, the ground game was good. If you bring that into another game, you're in a good spot. All right, so Baltimore just kicked a field goal. We're done with that game. If you translate that running game to another game, you're in a good spot, right? The passing game, it was efficient, but it lacked big plays when they needed it, right? But you carry forward 90% of what you did. Like that's, I guess, what I'm saying. If you're Pittsburgh, you take 90% of the shit that you did today, and you'll happily take that into Christmas against Kansas City. What you have to make sure you don't carry with you is the 10% that was just devastating. Like this fumble was devastating. The pick six was devastating, right? It's not a situation where Pittsburgh is taking like again, it's not like half of the game they played was good, half the game was bad. Nah, they did enough. They did a respectable amount of good things. They just made the bad mistakes they made were bad, bro. That fumble and that pick six were like back-breaking mistakes. So while we're gonna close out the coverage of the Baltimore game, um, we're pivoting to Texas and Clemson full time now. 5:59 is not it in terms of how much time is left in this game, or not 4:59, 4:19, not even. I'm seeing 2:25. Bleacher Report is bad, but Texas is running this game out. It looks like Clemson has 2 timeouts. Looks like Texas is probably going to run this out, but we're going to watch to make sure that nothing crazy happens. Because the thing about college, right? If I did more college watch-alongs, you got to faded the stream differently because chaos happens in college way more often than the NFL. So we're down to the 2-minute warning, 2 minutes to go, 2nd and 5. A first down ices the game for Texas, but what a watch-along this has been. Lots of crazy moments, lots of ups and downs. Looks like Texas is going to close this game out against Clemson. Baltimore is up 17 on Pittsburgh towards the end of the game. Sets us up nicely for the rest of the weekend. Like I said, tomorrow's games, not the best games individually, but like we always do on Sunday night, we're going to have a blast. We're going to find a way to make it a good time because that's what we do as a community. I'm looking at these last-minute odds. Niners 2-point favorites. That's definitely new. I think there were only 1-point favorites before, and maybe even Miami was a favorite. I feel like Detroit by 6.5. I feel like that was 7.5 at some point. Oh, Bengals by 9.5. That was definitely 8 at some point. So Vegas definitely thinks the Bengals. Something happened to tip the odds for that game even more. But yeah. Wait, which game do I have it on? Oh, commercials on both. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Yo, Will, I heard Geno Smith and Kenneth Walker are both healthy now. So does that change how you feel about that game? Because again, I'm a big Seahawks fan, bro. I'm rooting for a Minnesota loss and a Detroit loss every single week. So I'm a big Seahawks fan this weekend, and I hope it's a good experience. Just like I'm gonna be a big Packers fan when they play Detroit, when they play Minnesota, and I'm gonna be a big Niners fan and a big Bears fan this weekend. Man, this 2-minute warning set of commercials is crazy. I feel like it's been like 3 minutes. Oh yeah, Tennessee's quarterback is really young too. I wonder how that's gonna work. Guy's a young kid. Handoff for 2 yards on 2nd down. So timeout Clemson. 1 timeout left. Texas is gonna run the ball for the game. There's a lot of breaks in this game, man. What the hell? But yeah, here it is. 3rd and 2 for Texas, looking to ice the game on a run. They adjust into the pistol formation, flip the formation, and send the tight ends to the other side. Ewers looks to the sideline. Handoff to the left. Number 9 cuts it back, tries to make a guy miss, is going to be stood up. Oh my God. The third effort might get it. I don't know where they're going to mark this, but it's going to be close. Clemson's going to take a timeout, and I guess they're going to have to run this. What did they call here? Did they give it to them? Because the clock is still running. So I'm assuming Clemson hasn't taken a timeout, which I think only would happen if this is actually a first down. Yeah, he marked it a first down. What a run. What a run by Texas. I don't even know who the player is. So all I can say is Texas. But it's definitely not blue. And it's definitely not. What's the other guy's name? I actually forget his name. And yeah, we got a victory from formation in Baltimore, and we are about to get a victory formation in Texas as well. No, they marked it 4th and 1. Okay, we're just gonna see the end of this game out, but crazy up and down stream, people. We'll be back here tomorrow. Sunday Night Football, Bucks Cowboys, recapping the day of football. I imagine the game's not going to be a great game, so I anticipate to have to do season predictions and toy with all the different scenarios. At that point, there will be literally 34 games left in the NFL season. So 34 predictions does not take that much time, so we'll have to do a lot of toying and seeing what we can do to get different outcomes. They're going to review the shit out of this play. I guess kind of wondering if it's even worth it. You know what? No, this is college. Crazy things are possible. So we're just going to hang around for a little bit longer. I think they're going to mark this as 4th and inches. And then I think Texas at that point, in the spirit of wild college football, they probably just go for it, try to ice the game. They keep showing the shittest angles for this too. So the ruling on the field was he was short of the line to gain. They're huddling up like they're going to have to call an offensive play. So I'm assuming that this is going to be short. And yeah, they're probably looking at this like we're an inch away from actually icing this game. Why give the ball back and let chaos be a possibility? Call on the field stands. So it's going to be 4th and short, extremely short. God damn, this took a long time. I feel like legitimately it's taken 5 minutes since 2nd down. Arch Manning is in the game. Is this going to be a read option then? Arch Manning with the game on the line. We need to beat the Chiefs. I think you guys are going to beat the Chiefs. Like, this is the thing. Like, this is where I talked a lot about how tough the spot is against Baltimore. Bro, the spot against Kansas City is great because Mike Tomlin is going to have 2 weeks of fuck you guys for not getting the job done, right? You guys are home underdogs. I believe Mike Tomlin's record as a home underdog is like insane, right? You have the fact that, as much as you don't trust the Steelers anymore, I mean, listen to Time to Shine, bro. Chiefs fans don't trust the Chiefs still, right? Like the way they're winning games. So I just think that the correct storm is brewing. And I've talked about it for a long time, but the 2 games going into this game, I think sets them up to beat Kansas City. And then you add to the fact with Kansas City, like Kansas City has very little motivation. They have to win 1 game down the stretch. I just don't think they're going to have the same intensity. Like, intensity in football is very important. Arch Manning sprints to the line of scrimmage and fumbles the sneak, meaning Clemson gets the ball. And this is why we continue to do watch-alongs. Not after these performances. I hear it. But, bro, it's the bad performances that are going to result in a whole lot of Mike Tomlin yelling. A whole lot. A fumbled quarterback sneak by Arch Manning is going to set Clemson up to get the ball. What a crazy set of events. Club Nick wait, is this Club Nick? Why does his jersey number look different? Holy shit, number 9 for Clemson gets not only hella yards, but gets out of bounds. Oh, Brining Stool. That's the tight end that's going to the NFL. Damn. King is going through it in the chat. I hear it, bro. I hear it. It's tough. Brining Stool, 69 yards on 4 catches. Oh my God. Why are we checking it down to the running back? I don't think that's so early in the play to be giving up on anything down the field. I hate that. I hate that from Clemson. Or Clemson. Not pissed we lost, is how bad we lost. That I understand, bro. That I understand. The fact that you're seeing kneel downs at the end of a game, that's definitely unacceptable. Incompletion to Brining Stool, setting up 3rd and 6. Klubnik doing what he can here. Has hit some players in their hands. Ooh, that did hit Brining Stool in his hands. Sheesh. Gale with the peak optimism quote. Man, you hear this from all the most optimistic people in the world, and it's always darkest before the dawn. Klubnik takes a shot to the sideline, and he catches it out of bounds. Pretty outrageous that he even caught that. Damn. I think he may have caught that. Oh, he caught the paint. No, that's not a catch. It never happens. Yeah, no, I've heard a lot of Steelers fans just about pissed off with Mike Tomlin. So I get it. Bryant Wesco, receiver for Clemson, has 11 targets and 3 catches. Oh, no. Klubnik got his guy smoked. On 4th down to end the year. Klubnik gets his guy absolutely destroyed. And that's the end of the stream, people, because that's the end of the game. And I don't know if it's the end of that guy's career or not, but holy shit. You cannot, he had no chance of converting the first down. That's a hospital ball by Klubnik. You cannot throw that. You cannot throw that, man. Is he okay? Anyways, that's the end of the stream, people. Shout out to everybody that's watching live. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. In Motion Football, we will be back tomorrow on Sunday night for Cowboys Bucks, as we always are on Sunday nights. And make sure you guys are there with us. Like and subscribe to the channel. Very important forms of engagement. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm out.